we'll begin by first thanking SCTV for filming this, much appreciated, and the staff who are helping make this Zoom possible. We'll begin with the Simsbury Public Schools lighting upgrade loan agreements. The Board of Finance is being asked to authorize the Finance Director, Amy Merriweather, to execute the agreements with Eversource for each of the 3 lighting upgrade projects as presented. This is a multi-year appropriation because it will take a few years to complete the payoff. And because it's a multi-year appropriation, we need to approve it tonight. Simsbury is generally organized so that annual appropriations only cover anticipated expenditures for 1 fiscal year, which is why it is coming to us. But I'll let Amy go through and speak to the project. It's very similar to what the town did.
Yep, so I actually stole my opening line that these agreements probably looked familiar to you all. You all recently approved a similar project on the town side. So the Board of Education is taking advantage of the same program, and they'll be doing energy efficiency lighting upgrades at the high school, the Tooten Hills Elementary School, and then the Squadron Line Elementary School. The upgrades are going to be paid for from the savings that are generated from the upgrades, which is why it's beneficial to the town to take advantage of the program. It's a 0% loan, interest-free loan over a 5-year period. And since it is a loan, it does have to come to the Board of Finance for formal approval.
Are there any questions for Amy? Okay, may I have a motion to move effective July 20th, 2021 to authorize the Finance Director, Amy Merriweather, to execute the agreements with Eversource for each of the 3 lighting upgrade projects as presented?
So moved.
I'll second.
So moved by Rob, seconded by Kevin. Any further discussion? Oh,
I think Kevin moved and I seconded it the way I saw it.
Correct.
Rob, were you in that one? I didn't.
No, I'm listening. I'm going to vote yes.
Okay.
But I'm not going to make any motions or seconds.
okay,
Kevin
then
made
we'll
it.
go with Kevin and then Art.
Yep.
Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor, please vote aye.
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 Any opposed? The motion passes unanimously. We'll go on to item 4, which is the State Department of Agriculture funds for the Meadowood acquisition supplemental appropriation request. During the budget process, we were presented with the Meadowood project. It was to be funded in part by grants. At the time this passed, it was anticipated that the grants would come to the Trust for Public Land. As things developed, it looks like the grant will come directly to the town of Simsbury. And because this was not anticipated or budgeted at the time of the referendum or after it passed, we do need to do a supplemental appropriation. It does not change the total amount that is being paid. Amy, do you want to add to that?
No, I think you did a great job covering it.
Okay, so may I have a motion to move effective July 20th, 2021 to approve the supplemental appropriation request for the Meadowood acquisition as presented?
Well, I'll move that one.
I'll second.
We got a good team going here, Kevin.
Art and Kevin. Art with the first, Kevin with the second. Any further discussion? Oops, Kevin, you're on mute. You're good? Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? The motion passes unanimously. We'll go on to the minutes. Art, in advance of the meeting, gave some just minor spelling corrections that will be incorporated. Do not need our approval. Are there any substantive changes to the minutes? Then the minutes are accepted as written. We don't need a motion for that. And then we'll go on to communications. We have before us Moody's Investors Communication. We'll let Amy speak to that. There was an interesting article in the news today about how CCM is pushing for alternate sources of revenue for towns because Simsbury and all municipalities in Connecticut rely on the property tax about 98%. And in many other communities, the average is 72%. But if this change in how we fund local government goes through, or there is an adjustment made, that will require us to have more reserves. Moody's pointed out that our reserves are lower than the national average, but that's because we rely so heavily on the property tax, which is a very stable revenue source. But I'll let Amy speak to the Moody's communication if you want to highlight anything there.
I don't have anything specific to highlight. This is just the annual report that Moody sends out on behalf of the towns. They do put this together and they send it over for us to review for accuracy only. We do not get any say in what is included in the report. The only thing that we can provide feedback on is if any detail has not been stated correctly in a factual manner. So there is nothing in here that was alarming for the town of Simsbury and how it compares. I think it's all pretty standard in conjunction with what our bond advisor has told us and what he's presented on. So unless something looks off to any one of you that you have questions on, or if you want more information on something, I don't really have anything else.
All right. If there's nothing more for the good of the order, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Well, I think not without noting the remarkable efficiency with which you've run this meeting and the laudably short timeline to get all this done.
So
I
Art,
will
Art, this
second
is
those comments.
yeah, you're putting a lot of pressure on me. I may never come back.
That was not directed at you, it was directed at the chair.
All right, thank you. I will agree. Excellent job.
Well, hopefully in August we'll meet in person,
Yeah, we're hoping on that.
but I will still take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.